So, sup you chuckle fucks, it's your boy, Dark Raku here with What If Issei had King Ghidorah, Sacred Gear, Part 2. So, I'm doing Part 2 of this What If. Also, I did a thumbnail for this What If. I also did make a thumbnail for What If Issei, was a robotic engineer. I haven't done a thumbnail for, well, 3 different What Ifs. The Change one, the Met Zangetsu, and also the Soul Society one. I have not made a 3 thumbnails for those 2. Also, what is the other one that I haven't made a? So yeah, those 3 what ifs I haven't actually done a thumbnail. There might be a 4 what if that I might do, but maybe not. That's not the point here. So you have actually realized that I've been doing a lot of new what ifs instead of going on with the other ones. I'm just gonna kind of like put them out as ideas, mostly make the story, then go on with the other what ifs. I should really stop kind of thinking of more what ifs. But you know, I can't stop because, well, I have the power of V, the imaginary power, and also the power of the Almighty. So yeah, I have A. No, I'm just kidding. If I had both of those techniques, I would have fucking just became A, rich as fuck, B, smart as hell because I'd be just cheating. And yeah, you get the point, right? Like if I had those 2 abilities, either from Grimmy, well, you know, the guy who actually fought against Kenpachi. If I had the power of imagination, I'm making myself tons of fucking money out of nowhere. Also, I would have definitely had the power of Almighty just because I just want to cheat. Like, I'd rather decide the future of the power of answers from tests I need to just, well, mostly pass. But yeah, that's what I'll be using those 2 abilities for. Maybe other things. Maybe I'll use them for just villainy. Yes, I will straight up be a villain. Like, I don't care about being a superhero. I'd rather straight up be a villain. A villain that only protects his family. I don't care about anyone else in the world. Like, why the hell should I care so much about that shit? But whatever. Not the point. Where am I going on? Let me just begin to what. Sorry about that. I'm rambling on right now. But let's just begin. So, we begin into mostly the brown-haired boy kind of getting to school. He seems to be not tired. He's right now hearing songs, like music right now. And the song he's right now hearing is called, well... So, of course, the song he's hearing is called Saturn Lit, made by Rise Against. And yes, he's hearing the song while kind of singing it, but just going to school, but yeah. So yeah, satellite, not sat. Well, what the hell did I even say? Not the point. But this is where, well, Issei's hearing the song while kind of going to school. This is where, well, he's just walking to school while 2 people actually appear behind him. And this is where, well, it's none other than Murahama Matsuda. And this is where Murahama says, Issei! So, where are we gonna go next? Are you gonna finally go with us to the candle class to kind of see if, this is where, well, they just mumble on. And this is where, well, Issei looks at them and just straight up just ignore them for a second. And this is where, well, Issei says, no, I'm not. I'm going to, get food because, well, first of all, I'm gonna be hungry as hell, so I'm gonna just ditch. This is where, well, both of them say, oh, so you're gonna be a bad kid? You're gonna be a delinquent? This is where both of them say, well, right now trying to encourage Issei to actually follow them instead of becoming a delinquent. Issei straight up just ignored them, just walked away, did not care one fucking bit and just went away. This is where, well, both of them sighs and decides to just follow Issei and just kind of keep talking next to him. But that's where, well, Issei really wants to just punch him on the face, knocking them out, and going on with his goddamn life. This is where, well, before anything happens, this is where, well, a girl with the same uniform as yesterday, mostly the same girl that appeared yesterday to ask Issei on a date, appear right in front of both Issei, Murahama, Matsuda. This is where she says, hi. This is where, well, she kind of just waves at Issei and, of course, his friends. Issei is just going to pretend like she just doesn't exist. Because, well, if he says hi back, his 2 perverted idiotic friends would try to attack him for another reason than being perverted idiots. This is where, well, the 2 guys stop and say, wow, such a beautiful... This is where, well, mostly Murahama start measuring her size, while Matsuda is right now undressing her with his eyes. This is where, well, Issei just walks past her, while mostly she just has a weird short drop, like, what? Like, she thought that mostly the boy was going to just say hi back, but instead of saying hi back, he just walked past her. While both Matsuda and Murahama were confused, this where, well, they say hello, they're beautiful. This is where they start trying to pull out the fucking romance and being simps at the same time. Well, Issei just straight up just tries to ignore everything. This is where, well, mostly, the girl whose name Yuma said, sorry, this is where, well, she walks past mostly both, Matsuda and even Murahama and went up to Issei. This is where she said, hello. This is where Issei sighs and says, what do you want? Actually, shouldn't you be going to school? This is where, well, Issei narrows his eyes entirely towards Yuma. Yuma says, yeah, but I still want to know, are we still going on that date? That date on Saturday? This where, well, both of Issei's friends says, you son of a bitch, got a date without us! You will pay for this! This is where they try to attack Issei. Issei right now looks at them, and right now kind of switch off like this shit. Before they can even like rush towards mostly Issei, right now, they were actually across, mostly going, more through a kind of like what's it called, walk, like a street walk, street walking, like trying to get to the other side, while mostly Yuma and Issei do this. Right now, the light that says you should walk, and then it says don't walk, it just turned to don't walk, it turned red. And this is where, well, both Matsuda and Murahama tries to attack mostly Issei, just Issei entirely, until this is where a motorcycle appeared, and this is where a motorcycle said, get out the fucking way! This is where, well, he crashed into both of them. This is where Issei says, pathetic. Issei right now thinks in his head pathetic, while Yuma in her head just says pathetic also. Because Yuma, she is a fallen angel, but not the point. This is where, well, Issei kind of just says, what the fuck just happened? Yuma switch off and says, don't know. Mostly in their heads they were just different, but yeah, on the outside they just had to pretend to be normal. Even though Issei is not entirely normal. This is where, oh, Issei switch off and says, yeah, dates on Saturday, whenever the fuck you are ready. I'm just gonna head over to the place. This is where, well, Yuma nodded, and of course she then smiles and walked away. She went off to her school, even though Issei knows that she is truly a fallen angel that's just bullshitting out of her fucking ass, because she doesn't even have the proper uniform for the 3 different, like, high schools in Kuo. There's 3 different types, and none of those were burgundy red color for, like, a shirt and green skirts. Issei swatch off, but he doesn't give a damn. That's where, well, he decides to go check on the biker driver, because he literally smashed into his 2 idiotic friends. This where, well, when Issei goes to check on the bike driver right now takes off his helmet and say, ah, those fucking idiots. Who the fuck just stands in the middle of a goddamn, well, mostly street like a goddamn idiot, or run through the street? This is where, well, mostly Issei says, yo, are you okay? Oh, wait. Draken, what are you doing here? This is where, well, he actually questioned the person now. The person right now has kind of like blondish hair that seems to be in a, what's it called? Mostly, it looks like this. Well, it wasn't Draken, it was actually Banji. And this is where, well, mostly, this is how it looks like Banji. And this is where, well, he says, hey, Banji, what the hell are you doing? Actually, are you going to school into a middle school or a high school? This is where Issei questioned now. Until he noticed this high school uniform, the actual high school uniform for one of the 3. And it wasn't Kuo, so this is where he's surprised that he actually passed middle school. This is where Issei says, yo, it's been a while though. This is where Banji looks up with his mostly yellowish eyes. Or not yellowish, they're dark brown, and of course where, well, or kind of like a dullish brownish color. This is where he narrowed his eyes and looked up. He still has his long hair, and this is where, well, his long black hair. This is where Banji says, ah, it's been a while, Issei. And no, I'm not going to a middle school. I'm going to a goddamn high school. Are you first year or second year? I thought you were actually going to say your first year, if you're going to say second year. Banji says, fuck you. I'm the second year, you jackass. I'm the same fucking year as you. Also, what the fuck are you wearing? Issei says, don't question it. The uniform that I go to is stupid. I'd rather go for one of the other 2 high schools, but right now I'm in this school. So you know how much of a pain this is to wear this uniform, when you know you accidentally want to punch the shit out of some people. This is where, well, Banji nodded, saying, damn, it must be a pain. This is where Issei says, yeah, and also the 2 people you smashed into, where the fuck are they? This is where Issei looking for them. Banji said, hey, I don't know where the fuck they went. I hit them with the motorcycle, and yes, my motorcycle is now wrecked, which I'm pissed, but I'm gonna have to take it towards mostly the shop for Shinjiro to fix it up. Which I'm actually going to question something from you, Issei. Why haven't you went to Shinjiro's shop for a while? I haven't even seen you for a year. Yeah, a lot of fucking shit has been going on. Stupid and annoying random bullcrap that I don't want to deal with. But you know, it's just stupid random bullcrap from high school, if you know how the pain works. This is where Bungie says, ah, I see. And you're going to one of the interesting, newest kind of co-ed schools. He says, yeah. It says, yeah, pretty much. It's the closest thing to my house. I would have loved to just get to one of the other schools. Like, I wouldn't even care riding the bus. I would not even care about just running over there. But god damn it, I can't go to any of the other highs because that one appeared and I had to go to it. This is where, well, making, what's it called? Bungie nodded, saying, okay. Still, if you would have needed a ride or something, I mean, you could have called me. You could have called, what's it called? Draken. You could have called Mike. You could have called anyone from the group to just pick you up and like bring you to one of the schools. He says, yeah, I already have some people connected over there to some of the schools. Yeah, I have lost some of your contacts. That's why I haven't contacted any of you. One of my phones broke, and that was all the information. I forgot all your phone numbers. Bungie sweats and says, and you call me an idiot. That's right, says, you're still an idiot. You literally failed fucking 3rd grade 3 times. I don't know how you even managed to catch up to us. This is where Bungie says, fuck you. This is where Issei says, no thanks, I do not swing that way at all. This is where, well, mostly Bungie says, also, who the hell was that girl next to you? That was some random bitch that keeps bothering me. So like a yandere? No, actually, close, but not close enough. Cindy? This is where, well, Issei says, I'm surprised you even know what the hell that is. Bungie says, fuck you. This is where, well, Issei says, like I said before, no thanks. This is where Bungie just switches up and says, yeah, I know what a tsundere is. I know what every type of girl is. Really? You do? So are you telling me you're a man of culture and you actually know girls' feelings? No. And this is where Bungie says, okay, shut the hell up for a second. This is where Issei chuckles and says, whatever. Where the hell did those 2 idiots even went? So you really sure you don't know where the hell you hit them to? Nope. I could have hit them to fucking hell and I wouldn't even care. They wrecked my bike! Who the hell just runs into the middle of the goddamn street when I'm actually going at fucking 70? Not 70. He was going at 95 to get to school because he was like kind of late. And of course, those 2 idiots just appear running on the, well, side street. This is where, well, not the side street, mostly in the middle of the road. So yeah. This is where, well, mostly Issei says, sheesh, 95? I'm surprised they're not fucking dead. Well, I don't give a damn. If I kill those 2 son of idiots, well, those, not son of idiots, those 2 son of bitches, I wouldn't even give a damn if I murdered them with a fucking motorcycle. But my bike is a wreck and I'm gonna get late to school. I'm so fucked. Why can't you call Shojoro to kind of pick you up? Fuck, you're right. This is where, well, Bungie decided to call up Shojoro and Shojoro kind of says, huh? You're at, damn it. Bungie, why the hell are you so late to school? Leave me alone. I just hit some 2 idiots and I don't even know where the fuck they went so they can pay me, pay my fucking insurance. This is where Shojoro says, fine, I'll be getting over there. Okay. He says this, can you also tell Shojoro to get someone from over there to kind of like ride me to school or what? This is where, well, Bungie says, yeah, Shojoro, can you like bring someone else to also with a motorcycle to kind of pick up Issei here? Shojoro says, wait, Issei's over there? Shit, say less. I'll just tell Draken to come over here. I think Draken just doesn't care about school too much. Besides, he's already kind of like 19 or something. He should be graduated a while ago. Or not graduate, he's 18 and since he's a senior and much more older than half of us, mostly if he missed school, it really doesn't matter for him. This is where Bungie just says, yeah, call him just call him to bring mostly a motorcycle and other things. Both Bungie and Issei were just talking while waiting for mostly just them to get picked up and just be brought to school. But yeah, this is where, well, Issei could have walked to school, but it was still far away. But he didn't really want to run or walk or whatever. I mean, he could have definitely did something else, like a very powerful ability that allows him to just travel to and high speeds through a whirlpool, but he didn't want to show off his abilities. That and no one knows about him using abilities at all. This is where, well, mostly the motorcycles appear, and this is where, well, Draken appear and even Shojoro, and Shojoro says, yo, Issei, it's been a while. Why the hell haven't you called me? This is where Draken says, yeah, I'm wondering why the hell haven't you called us? This is where Bungie says, because this idiot's phone broke and he forgot all our fucking phone numbers and contact. This is where they switch us, and this is where Draken says, whatever, I'll give you all the contact numbers besides, I have them on my phone. This is where, well, Issei nodded. Gets on mostly the back of mostly Draken's motorcycle, and of course where, well, they ride off. And this is where Bungie kind of gets taken to school, but yeah. because he can't really be late because he's kind of on thin ice. This went well. We'll see. Jojo says, come on, let's go, Bungie. Well, not Bungie. He says, let's go, Bungie, we gotta go. This went well. They right off, but yeah. This went well. They did kind of bring back the, well, mostly broke down kind of motorcycle and like brought it towards Shinchiro's kind of like spot before kind of going back. Or mostly that was Draken that had the motorcycle on him. But yeah, this worked well. Draken's driving straight to Kuo, and of course where Draken says, so it's been a while, you say. How has your life been? Are you telling me how has it been for the entire school year, or are you telling me how has it been for mostly just life? School year and life. Issei says, school year, it's been quite boring. I've been dying slowly from all the random bullshit that people keep telling me. What do you mean? So I had two friends where mostly Bungie hit the hell out of them, and I don't even know where the hell they're at. They're probably dead for all I know, but mostly those two are perverted idiots. This where, well, Draken narrowed his eyes and says, so are you saying you became a pervert? Hell no. But for some reason the school decides to put me as a title of being a perverted beast. A beast? Yeah, I'll show them a beast. I'm not going to be a perverted idiot, but God, I'd rather not deal with the fucking rumors of just being a perverted beast. I see. Why would they count that? Because I only talked to them once, just for if they done the homework. They didn't do the homework, and everyone thought I was talking to them about perverted shit. And yet, I am now considered to be the perverted beast and the leader of the perverts. How the fuck does that make sense? I don't know how the hell that made sense, but it did kind of make me have one thing in peace. Draken says, and what's that? No girl, no guy goes anywhere near me, and don't piss me the fuck off. This is where Draken swatch up again, then just kind of chuckles and says, that's actually quite hilarious. Still, if you really want to just move from that school, you should just like move to the school that we're at most of the time. Issei says, yeah, I was thinking of going to that school, but I was also thinking of going to the other school. Well, then again, I have two people that I don't really like, but they're considered my friends. I see. Well, we're about to get to Koa. Do you want me to drop you off near Koa, or do you want me to just drop you off like right in the front of Koa? Let's just drop me off kind of close. This is where Draken nodded. Draken gave mostly Issei his phone number and also kind of like gave him the messenger and other things. Issei kind of got it, and of course Draken said, I'll be sending all the information from every other like guy in the group and also some girls, but yeah. This is where Issei says, so am I gonna get like Emma's, Mikey's, with the well, mostly, how should I say, not Izana, mostly, not Izana, mostly like, what's it called, what's his name, so like Kazutora, Hanma, Hima, and the others? Yeah, pretty much, this is where Draken said, okay. They're not gonna get weirded out because mostly they just got a random phone number to just get to their information. Now I'll just tell them about it. Issei says, got it. Other than that, I'm gonna be getting to school. This is where Draken says, yeah, see you. Issei says, also later I might show up at, well, Shinjiro's kind of like, mostly bike shop just so I can buy myself a bike. I've been saving up money anyway. This is where, well, mostly Draken says, yeah, I think he'll definitely get like a special bike for you or something. Issei says, he better not fucking charge me for random shit for not being there for such a long time. It's not my fault. Well, it is not my fault that my phone broke. This is where Draken says, and why it's not. This is where, well, mostly Issei says, because those two idiots were the reason why it broke in the first place. It shattered and it didn't want to turn back on. So I could not get any of the information on there. And when I brought it to a goddamn phone shop, they said that they couldn't do anything. Eesh, no wonder now you couldn't really contact us. I see, okay. He says, hey, now, if you don't mind me, I'm getting to school, and I'm gonna die. So this might be the first time we meet again, and this might be the last time, because when I get into school, I'm gonna be exhausted. This is where mostly Draken just says, then don't die. This is where, well, he says, that's harder than you fucking say so, but whatever. This is where Issei starts walking away, getting to school, and this is where, he kind of just noticed that the fucking gate was about to get closed. Issei decides to jump over the fucking wall and lands on a tree. This is where, well, mostly Issei just kind of like claws, well not claws at the wall, mostly kind of just grabs the kind of like, he jumps it for the wall and kind of just put his hand over. And this is where, well, he started lifting himself up. Notice that no one is actually paying attention to him and just kind of jumps over. He says, I'm not late, the fuck? I was never late. This is where he's just gonna say that he never got late. He just jumped over the wall. Like, who had a care in the world? Issei is trying to get to mostly his next class, and that is, well, the, what's it called? Issei is just hearing straight up music and getting to first hour, and when he gets to first hour, he just doesn't want to deal with anything. He rather just kind of like fall, like, what's it called, asleep in first hour, then second hour, third hour, and every other class. But yeah, this is where, Issei just switch up and say, I hate this shit. This is where, well, we'll see, let me turn on the lighter first. But this is where, well, when Issei is doing that, he's just kind of getting to, well, his next, well, not next hours, he's just trying to get towards, well, mostly, just get through the whole fucking day. He just doesn't want to deal with this shit. This is where, well, Issei is kind of trying to fall asleep under a tree, which mostly does, which it was under the tree, but it's mostly kind of like for lunch hour, but yeah. While mostly he realized that both Murahama and Matsuda appear, but they didn't really have any injuries, which made Issei kind of suspicious on that. But didn't really care at the same time, because he always knew that mostly both of them were kind of weird. Either they had some kind of power to kind of break reality and not get hurt or whatever. Well, mostly Matsuda was kind of hurt, but Murahama wasn't that hurt that much. Like if he had regeneration or some kind of bullcrap. Which mostly Issei does not give a damn, and would rather just ignore that shit, but yeah. But we go into mostly Issei kind of just ignoring both of them. Now, the rumors of the whole school kind of mostly hearing that Issei got a girlfriend, or mostly from both Matsuda and mostly Murahama. Matsuda and Murahama did tell some people just rumors, just thinking that mostly they would get Issei to kind of break up with the girl or something, and they get a chance or something, which Issei does not care. If he has to, he break up. But not many people believe them at all, so yeah, except for one person. One person with pinkish hair, and usually her eyes are honey brown color, but this time it's now a reddish and psychotic color. It shows to be kind of reddish. And sometimes it kind of goes green, sometimes when she's angry, but it went reddish, kind of pinkish color. She shows to kind of be kind of psychotic and angry and annoyed, and why Issei kind of has a girlfriend. Her name is Catherine mostly. Her name is Catherine Hannah, and of course she is quite upset from what she heard from mostly both of the perverted mostly the perverted duo. This is where, well, she became kind of a little bit yandere and annoyed from the fact that some girl decided to take Issei away from her. Now, she actually does have a little bit of a crush on Issei. The only reason why is because we go into a flashback on what really happened. This was during mostly first year, mostly when Issei was her first year and he was 16. It was during mostly kind of like fall, because it was like kind of getting into the cold seasons. And of course Issei was literally wearing a straight up just multiple layers of jacket because he fucking hates the cold. He just hates it entirely. His skin is so sensitive to the cold, so that's why. This is where, well, mostly while his friends were just wearing one layer of jacket because it was just getting kind of cold, chilly, they weren't really affected. While Issei was very fucking freezing cold. He hates the cold a lot. He gets too, like, annoyed with the cold. But of course, this was during mostly first year, or not first year, mostly, what's it called? Like, it was kind of in the morning when, what's it called, school decided to start kind of early, to get out early. But mostly none of the teachers were there because they sent a message to the parents and blah blah blah, so students had to get up early. But of course it was kind of snowing at that time, which mostly a lot of people were kind of happy to kind of see the snow and other things. And this is where, well, because it's Japan and I don't think it snows. Does it snow when it's actually December? I actually don't know. But this is where, well, it was snowing, and this is where Issei hates the snow. Literally had an umbrella on him, literally just kind of making sure none of the fucking the ice shards would hit him because he fucking hates the cold. And he had literally a metal bucket. Yes, you know those metal, like, cans, not bucket, mostly not metal can or bucket. It's like a metal trash can. He kind of grabbed mostly a lighter and kind of light it up so he can actually stay warm, very warm, because he's so sensitive to the cold. This is where, well, Of course, mostly a lot of people were sweatshopping at how Issei did that. Of course, where well, Motohama and Matsuda kind of tried to put out the fire from mostly both, or mostly Issei, because well, Issei was very freezing cold. He hates the cold entirely in all of its existence. This where well, someone else was very freezing cold, and her name was mostly Catherine Hana, who actually is a first year, also the same with Issei, because yeah. Mostly there's a flashback, and this is where well, she was also cold, and she kind of hated cold because her skin was also sensitive. She does have palish white skin, and that's why her skin is so sensitive half the time. She has a kind of weak kind of skin kind of problem, but yeah, a disease somewhat. When she can't really, she hates the cold also, but not the point. This is where, well, mostly Moriyama tries to warm her up mostly at that time, but she couldn't really warm up her friend entirely every day because she was also getting cold. So of course, Catherine decided to sit next to Issei, even though they knew about him being a pervert leader, which well, again, Issei wasn't a pervert leader. Instead, Moriyama tries to tell her friend not to sit next to him, and they could get like some kind of fire or whatever. Some of the girls actually try to argue with Catherine, but Catherine says like, just to leave her alone, and mostly if Issei tried to do anything, she would kill him. But yeah. But of course, mostly the teachers managed to get there and blah 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 to kind of go inside. But of course, again, the classrooms were kind of cold, so of course, mostly the students walk in, while mostly both Catherine and Issei were just sitting near the fucking fire. Issei refused to let go of this fire. Like, he doesn't care if the damn teachers would try to like scold him about for making a fucking fire in the middle of, well, not middle, in the fucking front of the school. He does not care. First of all, he hates the cold, and Catherine also hates the cold. But this is where, well, they were actually just kind of sitting there while mostly none of the teachers decided to do anything, not like bothering them or any of that. Mostly Issei and Catherine are just kind of just sitting there. Of course, they started kind of blizzarding more snow into them, and this is where Issei got annoyed. He wanted to use mostly his power to kind of just destroy this ice just from existence. This is where he wanted to burn everything in front of him. Even Moriyama wanted to do the exact same thing because they just hate the cold entirely. This is where, well, mostly Issei's eyes became a reddish color, while also mostly Catherine's eyes became a greenish color for a second, just because they're in rage. This is where, well, mostly Catherine decides to get up because, well, yeah, she was actually ready to just send a very powerful attack, straight to just melting all the ice and probably up in the air, because she didn't just realize that mostly Issei is next to her and realize that she's in school. This is where, well, she was about to do something like step right in front until she slips because ice was slippery. Yes, underneath them it was kind of slippery. So of course slips and falls upon mostly Issei. Issei wiped his eyes returned back to mostly a goldenish color, a goldenish brown color, while mostly Moriyama's eyes color actually comes back into being a kind of honey brown color. While both of the teenagers didn't realize what the hell happened next, was the fact that mostly both of them actually fall on each other, or mostly Catherine fall on Issei's lap, while Issei widened his eyes in confusement. This is where, well, mostly Issei just didn't expect this whole situation to happen in the first place. This is where, well, not Moriyama, Catherine was just blushing at the fact that mostly she got caught by Issei, but of course he's considered the pervert leader, the beast of mostly cool, but he seems not to be pervert at all. He's just looking at her with such a confused look, like dot dot dot. This is where, well, both Moriyama and Issei were kind of a little bit flustered from the fact that they were kind of close to each other, or mostly just Issei looking at her if she's fine, while Catherine was blushing. But yeah, this is where, well, Catherine started kind of accidentally falling in love for Issei, even though they were basically both sensitive to the cold, which mostly Issei felt the shiver of the cold kind of hitting him because the wind just smashes into both of them, which mostly Moriyama decides to just unzip one of Issei's jackets because he had a large jacket, and of course decided to mostly kind of go inside his jacket and kind of cozy up herself with Issei, which mostly Issei became embarrassed and blushing, flustered a little bit from the fact that Catherine did something like that. This is where, well, both Catherine and Issei refused to talk about whatever the hell they just did at that day, mostly just refusing to talk about it. Issei isn't going to say anything if mostly Catherine doesn't say anything, but yeah, they just found out that both of them are sensitive to the cold. But we go back into Issei. Now we go into the pinkish hair girl, who is actually right now on the rooftop, and she's just kind of looking at Issei with a very lustful look. Yeah, she has pinkish hair, and of course she does look like she has a lustful look. She's actually making sure that there's no girl after him. Now this is where, well, her friend and also, well, she has two friends. One girl with glasses and brownish hair, and which is kind of messy, her brown hair, and the other girl's brownish hair and kind of has it clean, and she does have also kind of like honey or like yeah, honey brown eyes, but not the point. Both of them are right now just talking to each other, while you're kind of seeing Catherine's psychotic side. Mostly, it seems that Catherine has a very yandere side for mostly Issei. She wants Issei for all to herself. While mostly Issei doesn't actually know about this, he just thinks that Catherine is just someone that doesn't like perverts. That means Catherine doesn't like him at all. Which it doesn't really bother him because he's not really interested in the opposite gender or either the same gender. Just because, well, he has better things to do like other things and not deal with dating. He hates dating because it literally just takes mostly time from his fucking life. But yeah, he'd rather not be considered to go on a date or any of that. Even though he is going on a date with a fucking fallen angel that might try to kill him, but whatever. While the brown haired boy is right now kind of using a bit of mostly just like crackling yellow lightning in his hand, or not his hand, his body, just to warm up himself because he hates, again, anything cold. Even if it just gets a little bit cool, he hates it. Yeah, he's just very sensitive to his skin. If he could wear long sleeve all the damn time, and also mostly like gloves, a face mask, and anything that literally will cover his skin, he'd rather wear all that. He'd rather look like a goddamn mummy half the damn time, or just even cover a bandage and look like a goddamn mummy. He hates cold temperature. With a very furious, or mostly how should I say, a very kind of furious kind of anger to just ice in just general. He hates it entirely. He hates anything that's very, very cold. Even if a girl was just suddenly who just appear out of nowhere into school, who has an interesting crush on him or whatever, and she is having this ice ability around her half the time, and she decides to just touch Issei, she is going to probably get annihilated from the fact Issei hates coldness a lot. Very much a lot. He hates it so much. But yeah. But that's not the point. I'm not predicting the future just yet. But this is where, well, we go into mostly Issei kind of just going to sleep. And of course, he wakes up and gets his class and blah blah blah. But we kind of go into a time skip of Issei in the afternoon. Issei is actually walking to mostly the bike shop that he needs to be at. He actually noticed Moriyama a couple times, or not Moriyama, Catherine, even Aika kind of a couple times. Not following him entirely, but Issei noticed they were probably following him. He doesn't know why, but he decides to just disappear from their eye view and just gone, and just kind of just jump over fences, jump over trees, and probably just go through a house at one point and manage to escape them entirely. While mostly Catherine is furious, angry, and annoyed the fact that Issei managed to escape her eye view, she was actually becoming more yandere. Now, this is how she kind of looked like. Well, not kind of looked like, she kind of looked like she was extremely pissed from the fact that Issei managed to escape her. She wants Issei for her entirely self, no one else. Hell no, that if Issei wanted a harem, she would probably be angry from the fact that that would be a thing. She'd rather have him for herself, but yeah. Even though she knows she's actually a part of the supernatural and Issei could be just a normal regular human, she just doesn't want Issei to be anyone else, just hers. She is quite, how should I say, dominating at the same time, yandere and other things. Sometimes tsundere, but not the point when she's close to Issei. But this is where, well, we go into Issei getting to the shop of mostly Shinjiro and actually kind of meeting with Shinjiro and the others. This is where, well, Issei kind of accidentally bumped into a girl with white hair, and her name is mostly Senju. This is where, well, Senju says, "Ah, Issei." This is where, well, Issei says, "Senju, what are you doing here?" This is where Senju says, "I'm just trying to get another motorcycle. My old one kind of broke down, and that's why I asked either Shinjiro to repair mine, or just like make another one. So that's why I'm here." This is where, well, they hear her coughing, and this is where, well, they turn around to kind of see, well, mostly someone with longish, well, not long, well, yeah, it's longish black hair. He does have onyx eyes, and this is where, well, he seems to have zero sleep on his face. This is where, well, he's yawning at the same time coughing. This is where he looks at both mostly Senju and even Issei. This is where Shinjiro says, "Ah, cute couple." This is where, well, both Shinjiro, well, mostly not Shinjiro, both Issei and Senju becomes a very just flustered mess. Issei says, "What are you talking about, Shinjiro?" This is where Senju says, "Yeah, what are you talking about?" So of course, so this is how Senju kind of looks like. So this is how Senju kind of looks like. She kind of has like whitish, but at the same time, it's kind of lightish pink hair sometimes. She does have blue eyes, and this is where, well, she is wearing this kind of outfit somewhat. Kind of clothing outfit. It's kind of casual for her, but yeah. While Issei is kind of wearing also a casual outfit from the school uniform, it kind of looks like this. So Issei was wearing a kind of just like red shirt, or a red long sleeve, that also kind of had black kind of like sweatpants, but not the point. Those were, well, he had like sandals, but not, yeah, that's all he just had, but didn't really care too much. Those were, well, mostly, or not sandals, so it was Crocs, but yeah. It was black, but not the point. Issei kind of just looks at mostly Shinjiro, and Shinjiro says, "Hey, you two. So I did get the motorcycles that I kind of got. Also, yes, I did kind of made you a custom one, Issei, last year, but you never came here to kind of pick it up. And I did hear from mostly Draken that, yes, your phone was shattered and you forgot everyone's contact. Out of suddenly. Did you not remember mine neither?" That's where Issei switch up to say, "No, not really." This is where Senju switch off, but this is where, well, mostly Shinjiro or Chuckle Sensei's, whatever. So here's some motorcycles. So mostly Senju's motorcycle is like this color. So this is how it kind of looks like the motorcycle that she kind of just got. Of course, the rims, they're not gold. They're actually like a pinkish color, like a lightish kind of pinkish white color, but yeah. So it's not red or gold. It's mostly like this kind of yellowish that kind of looks like a symbols of like crackling lightning around it. And this is where, well, mostly Senju says, "Hey, it's not bad for a motorcycle. So how much would it cost?" This is where, well, mostly Shinjiro says, and this is where Senju pays, and this is where Issei says so much. So how much would the motorcycle for mine be? I would charge her. I mean, not charge her. I would charge you for mostly not seeing us, but then I have the idea that basically it's high school and it's tough as hell. So yeah, I'm not going to charge you. It's going to be this much. Similar to the same for Senju, just a little bit costlier from the fact that I had to kind of custom the paint for the fact that mostly you like mostly golden lightning most of the time. So yeah, this is where, well, Issei chuckles and says, "Yeah, that's what I do mostly do like half the time, but yeah." This is where, well, mostly Shinjiro nodded and says, "Those are the two motorcycles. You guys can try it out. If mostly something is wrong, you can tell me later. But right now, I'm gonna go to sleep. Don't bother me. I'm closing the shop and I'm gonna go sleep. Also, if Mikey comes around to tell me if he wants his motorcycle to be fixed, tell him that I need sleep and I can do it tomorrow." This is where, well, both Senju and Issei switch off at this, but then just smiles and says, "Sure." This is where, well, mostly they get out of the store. Of course, this is where Issei tries on his motorcycle, like turns it on. Of course, there's gas and other things. While mostly Senju does the same. And this is where, Senju says, "Well, I should probably be going. Also, before I go," this is where, well, mostly Issei says, "Yeah, what do you want?" This is where Senju says, "I want your phone number back again." Issei switch up and says, "Sure." This is where, well, Issei gives her the new phone number that he has. And this is where, well, Senju gets the new one. And this is where she gives her other one. And this is where, well, Senju puts mostly Issei's phone contact number in a very special place where only her can actually find out. And this is where, well, she grins and says, "Other than that, see ya. I gotta be going. I gotta get to the house." Issei says, "Yeah, same here." This is where Issei turns on the motorcycle and they just like drive off. But yeah, this is where Issei is just going through the kind of streets. Of course, he does kind of go to the gas station just to fill it with more gas because it had a half tank. But yeah, but this is where, well, when he's finished filling the tank and other things, he's now driving off. But yeah, but of course the song he's hearing right now is called, well, so the song he's hearing is called "Don't Know How to Stop." But yeah, so while Issei is hearing that song, he's just driving it through the streets very fast. But this is where, well, he's just driving. This is where, well, he almost hit a white-haired girl with a blonde-haired boy with mostly bluish eyes. The white-haired girl had amber-colored eyes. Now, of course, they were trying to trail and find where Issei's at. But this is where, well, Issei honk at them saying, "Move out the fucking way, assholes!" This is where, well, both of them just wind their eyes after seeing who it is. It's Issei. And this is where Issei is right now just having glasses. Because yes, he does have shades because the wind doesn't hit his eyes. But he really doesn't need the shades most of the time, but he's just wearing them. He just went, mew. This is where, well, just kind of around it just because they're really taking forever. This is where both of them mostly, the girl with white hair says, "Was that Issei?" This is where, well, Kiba says, "Yes," and it seems he has a motorcycle. This is going to be harder than ever if he actually decides to just drive that to school and back to his house. Because we won't be able to control him. Well, we might be able to, but he looks like he's just driving that so freely without a care in the world. He seems to be expert at that. This is where, well, the white-haired mother just switch up and says, "Oh God, should we tell this about Ryu-senpai?" "Yes, we should. Let's just go. This is where, well, they just kind of walk off while mostly Issei's driving. Yeah, he's just driving around because he just misses the feeling of just driving a motorcycle. But for right now, I'll be leaving it off here for part 2. Other than that, bye soon. Yeah, I gotta be going because, well, I don't have much time. Other than that, bye. But yeah.